Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
How high is the turkey?
Not very high because they can't really fly.
Can they fly?
I don't think they can. I think they can, lift off and drift a little bit, but not, full on fly away.
Hey guys, welcome to Hi, how are you? We are a podcast where we talk about television and reality TV. I'm Jen. This is Neal. I take a gummy. He doesn't. And I take over the show. But guess what? This is a very special Thanksgiving episode. Happy Thanksgiving to our Americans out there.
Woot,
I'm
woot.
Canadian.
I'm American.
But Neal's American, so we're in an international relationship. So he made Thanksgiving dinner with all the fixins.
Except for green bean casserole.
And gravy.
And cranberry sauce.
Because here's the thing, I like all those fixins, but you don't. So, the idea of having a whole can of cranberry sauce for only me seems very wasteful.
Yes, and if I can't make the gravy from our place, then I'm not a big fan. I've made gravy once from a packet here, and it was the grossest thing I've ever had.
You were so disgusted by it. You were like, what is this? You were, offended by it. I've had...
Didn't I make the Swiss Chalet?
Dang, you be name-dropping Canadian restaurants.
Well, if you're going to be that bad for, if it was a powder from the can, it was unacceptable.
What was wrong with it? It just tasted like spicy water? Like it wasn't thick enough?
It had a very bitter taste for gravy.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
And I mean, the seasoning I put on the turkey didn't really need a gravy sauce, and the potatoes were... I made yellow potatoes with a sour cream.
They don't care.
Yeah, okay.
We should have used gravy.
Gravy.
We need to find a gravy we would like for at home.
Yes.
Or just get my mom to make her gravy for us.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Good gravy.
Let's eat. In where I'm from, we call stuffing dressing, and it's more delicious than your stuffing.
Because of that one seasoning.
Neal, are you going to tell them why it's a special occasion?
The Bears won. First ever NFL Black Friday game, and the Bears upset to everyone out of Chicago.
The Eagles.
They weren't first place Eagles. The Rams are in first place. Second place Eagles in the NFC, and now the Bears are the second place team, who before the season started, no one would have thought that was possible, but here we are.
He is so hyped about it. It's actually, almost hard to imagine. I like to see you this excited about it. It's so much fun when your team is winning.
Yes, it legitimately impacts my mood.
I love that, though. That makes me happy that it makes you happy.
Because if you followed Chicago sports as of late, it's not been a good run for any of the teams, except for maybe the Cubs.
Don't have a lot to hold on to. And you don't even cheer for the Cubs.
No.
You cheer for the White Sox.
Go White Sox.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Is that, as bad as releasing your political affiliation?
I mean, Cubs fans don't even like the Cubs sometimes, so,
Well, there are a lot of fair weather fans out there.
But we're talking about Survivor.
But that's not why we're here.
Why are we here? You fill them in.
Really?
Yes.
Neal took a gummy.
I did decide to indulge on the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Guys, I know. Thanksgiving, I know. But listen, let him just have his American dream. There's not much to hold on to right now. Let us eat our mashed potatoes. It's the least you can do.
I just had the rest of our leftover potatoes. I think I'm going to turn into a potato. But Survivor.
Oh.
What a season this is shaping up to be.
Go watch season 49 if you haven't started it. It is so worth watching. If you haven't started it until now, I'm so jealous of you to have this many episodes ahead of you to watch. It's a manageable amount to digest, but just the right number to binge right now. So if you haven't been watching, go watch it because it is I would say, consistently good season. Majority episodes are good.
Right. So, when we broke the merge, the Reds were severely outnumbered because Juwan and Sage flipped on them immediately. Because, again, Sage has this weird vendetta fixation on Savannah. Every episode, at the beginning of the episode, before people have set out their target, she's like, I am getting out Savannah.
Like, before the immunity, like, just freely talking about her target.
To everyone that's not with... It's weird.
I mean, she said it at the sanctuary, right?
Yes.
And Savannah was there.
Yes. It's crazy. So, like, they voted with them last episode.
They voted with them? Who voted with who?
Savannah and Juwan voted with Rizzo, Savannah, and Soph to get out Alex.
Sage and Juwan.
Yes, Sage and Juwan.
Yes.
And this...
Which is really the reveal, and that's how this episode unravels to be... that not only do Savannah and Soph and Riz have the power to keep themselves safe, they also have the power to make the moves. You know, like, you're not just, you know, for the past couple episodes you could say, oh, they're just trying to survive. But no, really they're not. If they've been able to keep all their powers, like, Rizzo still has his idol.
Yes. We'll get to... So, they were...
Even in that moment when he looked at him and said, play the real one, it's because if he'd played it for Savannah, he would have gone home, in Juwan's mind.
Yes.
We'll get to it. But I just made that realization that makes it even better. Like, Juwan and Savannah were sitting right next to each other, and I know I'm spoiler alerting the travel right now, but it was just so good I can't get it off my mind. They were sitting side by side in two completely different realities of what they thought were going to unfold. And it was Savannah's whose reality was actually real.
Right.
That's crazy.
So they, again, Sage and Juwan used... Steven and Christina, who just like had a mental breakdown the entire episode, they had a plan to get rid of Savannah. And I guess, yeah, maybe that one vote for Rizzo was a contingency idol play vote.
Well, it definitely was.
Okay, so... But here's the thing.
Because I remember they even showed a bit of that conversation because I was like, wow, they're so clueless as to what I think is really going to happen tonight that they're talking, ooh, if they play their idol contingency plan. And yet we're still somewhere where none of those people have had to use their objects.
Right. And we'll get...
Yeah, okay, I know.
We're going to get to... Well, I want to get to that specific point later on. So...
You're so good at this.
The big thing that happened was that I think people need to register more was the immunity challenge. Sophie won, Yellow Sophie.
Like, she's a beast.
That's 2 wins, and she finished second the other time. So, like, she...
Other times. The 2 times Savannah won.
Other 2 times.
She was...
So she doesn't have to worry about getting voted out in this tribal. So she immediately goes to Rizzo and Savannah and Blue Soph and is like, Juwan and Sage have flipped again on you. Like, yeah, they're voting Savannah out. Which I totally get that play.
Me too. Even though Sage is just doing it out of, like you said, this weird fixation, it is still a good play.
Right. But she's making bad moves because she's fixated in that.
Oh, yes.
She's just not thinking of the different outcomes.
But they thought they had it. They thought they had it.
But you have...
They had it coming.
Yes.
They had it coming.
How many weeks in a row has that not been the case?
It is...
You have to think that they're going to do something or pull something off and try and...
They have the power now. He has raw dog tribal despite having an immunity idol that everyone knows about
4 times in a row.
Hello, he's the one in control. Riz God indeed. Fine, there I said it. I think that's the first time I've called him
okay,
Riz God.
So the beans are spilled. Then they're deciding, the red people and Sophie and Soph are deciding who to vote out. And they get to tribal.
Because it's originally, well, let's go through the potentials. It was originally going to be Steven. As soon as Yellow Sophie wins immunity, goes to Savannah, says they're flipping. It's going to be Savannah tonight. Rizzo. His name Riz or Rizzo? You need to use your idol on Savannah.
Rizzo.
That's where we start.
Yes.
Then they also consider Blue Soph is saying, well, what if... Basically, it trickles down because Sage tells...
Juwan.
And Juwan tells... No.
No. Soph finds out because of Sage. Or is it either Sage or Juwan? I don't remember. Alludes to Christina having an idol.
So Soph is like, sure enough-ish, that it's like, well, I could also steal her idol tonight, but then if she doesn't actually have one, because this is not first-hand information,
right.
Either we can't remember the tree of information. What?
Right, I don't know. I honestly don't. She didn't really say who to go after.
Okay, right, but you have to have a plan. Okay, we have to talk about the amazing conversation between Savannah and Christina.
Oh, no. So Christina comes up to Savannah in the jungle and is like, I'm a number, use me. And Savannah then responds, well, who do you have in mind? And it, like, short circuits Christina.
And then she says it even more clearly. She says, who are you voting for? And Christina just, like, walks away, is like, gets offended that she asked that. And Savannah, meanwhile, is giving a confessional like, I'm just a very straightforward person.
Wouldn't you expect to be asked that if someone in the final 8 is coming up to me and is like, use me as a number, I already then my red flags are flying.
Right.
Of course I'm going to ask you who you think you're voting for. If you're a number for us, then who should we...
Right, like, you're still a person.
Yeah,
if we're bringing you into this.
She was like, give me a few minutes to think about this. I gotta go.
Let me go back to my alliance, who I'm definitely voting with against you tonight. I am, in fact, writing your name down, but let me go ask them who I should lie to you and say we're voting out tonight.
Yeah, and
no, you should always
Yes.
have a lie in your mind.
And then Savannah goes to talk to Juwan, who then she just stares at in the eyes and is like, man, this is the first time I'm vulnerable. Who are you voting for?
No, she says, this is really going to be the first test of our loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna turn your back on me, or you're not gonna backstab me, are you? Hee hee. And he just, like, is shaking his head. Like, she's messing with him because she knows he's turning on her. She is giving us good television on purpose.
Again, bad gameplay by him, because he should have picked up, like, oh, shit. She knows what we're going to do. Maybe we should pivot. I
need to give her a name that I am okay with. And maybe a Steven needs to go tonight, just so that it's not me.
That's the mistake I think Juwan and Sage made, was they should have pivoted.
Been protecting themselves, but they thought they still had the power. That's the worst. When you think you still have the power and make a move as if you're in power, and you're screwed. You're not in power anymore.
They counted on someone who is also flip-flopping in Yellow Sophie to not tell that they are flip-flopping. So,
that was the link to it all, really. Sophie was the funnel of information. Yeah, she was the reason that she's like, I think Christina has. Yes, Sage said to Yellow Sophie
that she
I
said,
have a feeling Christina has the idol.
Because she wants that idol flush too, right?
So Sophie felt that Sage as good as told her Christina has the idol.
Right.
So, okay, let's get to Tribal.
Tribal. I zoned out.
No. Shoot, there's still one more thing. So, Savannah, like I was begging for and drooling for, like, realize you are in power and you get to make a power move. We had 2 people thinking they were in power, 2 people making power moves, and only one of them can be right.
Right.
And tonight, Savannah was right, and it made for really good television. I just spoiled everything.
Right. Well, she wanted Sage out, but
Yes, okay, this was my point. She, when she realizes she's really in control, she could use an extra vote, so really they have the numbers, and no one on the other side knows they have that extra number. That is as good. They've been able to keep that long enough, that extra vote that Savannah has, to make it as powerful as an idol, really.
yeah.
Because you have the numbers to say who goes home. So Savannah is thinking, well, I actually want to get one of the flip-floppers. Why would we actually waste this week on Steven? Steven is a good case scenario. Oh, you still didn't get Rizzo, but at least they're hoping. They're assuming at the end of this, Rizzo will have used his idol on Savannah and he will go home.
Right.
And they're still wrong, dude.
So Tribal...
Okay, but no, we still didn't get to the point. So Savannah wants it to be Sage directly. But Sophie wants it to be Steven. She thinks they should stick to Steven. And I knew before they even had a conversation, I said, Sophie is going to want to be in control, though. She's flipping, but she wants to flip and have power. So she and Savannah, again, are two alphas. I think that's why this season is so good. Sage is an alpha. Sophie is an alpha. Savannah is an alpha. They have such good women this season.
Yeah.
Several of the, Blue Soph deserves to win the game.
She's just in the background, yeah.
So I made the call. Well, she has the knowledge of power.
Which
we thought the gasps were going to be that she used it tonight.
I want to talk. We'll get to that later. I want to talk about that later.
Okay.
Let's get to Tribal.
Well, no. I made the call. This was what I was proud of. I made the call that because they're both such alphas, they were going to split the difference, and that it wouldn't be Sage because that's what Savannah wanted, and it wouldn't be Steven because that's what Sophie wanted, but it would be Juwan. One of the flip-floppers, but neither of the one they wanted the most.
Right, yes. That is...
They alpha compromised.
Right. So Tribal.
Yes, you may go to Tribal now.
Honestly, nothing happens in Tribal. It's when the voting is over.
Actually, I would argue the nuance was that Savannah and Rizzo and that alliance went there with such a pep in their step. Like Savannah, despite not being safe, was saying this does feel like we're putting on a show. Like this feels like we're playing. This tribal council feels like playing Survivor.
Right.
I think that was such a cool meta conversation. I didn't want to gloss over it. I think you only have the nerve to talk about excitement for tribal council that way when you really feel like your plan is going to work that night. Juwan, Sage, Christina, and Steven must have... I mean, imagine thinking something's going to go one way.
But they're bad game players for just thinking, oh, we're going to try the same thing we've tried for 4 weeks in a row, and it's not, like, here, it's finally going to work when they haven't used anything.
We ranted about this last time. Why is Rizzo so important? Yeah, okay, he has an idol, so forget about him. Who could you actually not win against? Besides, yeah, in this case now Rizzo, because you've let him get this powerful.
Yes.
But at least they're all trying. Like, they're trying to play the game.
Like,
Sage has played a good game.
I don't think she has. I would argue she's had one of the worst games post-merge.
Because she's been so paranoid? Is that what she is? Is that...
No,
or she wants to be so in control?
She is hell-bent on getting Savannah out, and she's been in the losing boat.
And she thinks that... For whatever reason, I guess it's because Savannah, again, is such an alpha. Let me throw out that word again and again. But I think she wants to, like, defeat her.
Yes.
You know, like, she wins the challenge.
Pre-merge, yes, she played a great game. Post-merge, her and Juwan think they have the power the entire time, and it has never been the case. They've been wrong on multiple votes.
Yeah.
And
that's where we're at.
This is the one that... Okay. Again, you had your point about Tribal. It was mostly just them talking. Nothing really... It wasn't like they went off and talked to each other.
I would argue that Savannah made faces for us even before the vote. When Juwan was talking, the person who's going home tonight is charismatic and charming and witty. She's looking at him with mouth agape behind him. She's
was
giving
next to
face
him.
for the camera. Yes.
Rizzo was behind him.
Yes.
Yes. And
But behind as in his body was turned the other way,
Yeah,
I
okay,
think.
yes.
She wasn't making the faces like at him, I'm saying.
so
She was making the faces at us.
after the vote is when everything, like, it kicked up a notch.
Which is so rare.
Right. So
Well, not really.
he
So that
asks
comes on the edge of
if
the
anyone wants to play an idol. Christina plays her idol, and so I was waiting for Blue Soph to be like, do you have an idol?
Which now we're trying to remember at what phase of tribal does that even happen? Because, like, in that case, Soph couldn't have used it because Christina's
Right.
used it.
So once she got up, I was like, okay, it's too late now.
So it must be before they vote. It must be.
I think it is. So I was like, well, in my head, she played it for Steven, and I'm like, there's no way they just went back to Steven during the voting. Yellow Sophie like listed out, oh, here's who I'm voting for, and it didn't match up with Steven. So it was either going to be Sage or Juwan.
So were they naive enough to think that the other side was really just going to write down Steven?
Yes, that's
Why would they even want to get rid of Steven? Oh, that sounds mean. He's playing an okay game. He wouldn't be my priority to get
again,
out.
that's why I don't think Sage and Juwan
Are playing a good game. Because how did you think Steven's name is what was... Yeah, and Christina, as we illustrated with the, I gotta go, basically, conversation that she had with Savannah.
So...
But it's making for a good season.
Christina uses her idol for Steven, whatever. Then Rizzo goes up and he's like, hey, Jeff, can I talk to the people? And he's like, this vote's really important. It's going to show who's on my side and who's playing who and whatnot. Sits back down, and Jeff's like, this is not an idol. And so Rizzo gave him a fake one.
And also gave him a fake one and said, I'm using this on Savannah.
Yes.
Not on himself.
Because he wanted to see the reaction. And
yeah, I didn't get it at first. I'm like, why play a fake? Are you trying to convince people that the only one you found is fake and it's all been a lie? Everyone still knows you have the real one.
Sage
but you explained that it's...
Again, she looked like she had been punched in the face.
Right.
And Juwan was like, oh, gosh. So that worked. And he's still...
No, but Juwan looks at Rizzo and is like, play the real one.
And
like he is expecting Rizzo to play the real idol against Savannah, which in that moment means he thought Rizzo was going to go home. Then he's like, oh, Rizzo's not going to go home because he's not going to play his idol on Savannah. So now Juwan is sitting there thinking Savannah's going to go home. So now your mind has already changed twice, and guess what? You're still wrong.
This is when Savannah kicks into high gear.
Amazing. Masterful.
The first vote is for Savannah. Then the second vote is for either Juwan or Rizzo. And then the third vote is either Juwan or Rizzo. And then the fourth vote is Savannah. And she looks at
Juwan
and was like, Did you
do this?
And he's like, no. And then another vote for Juwan, so it's 2-2. Then the third vote for Savannah.
3 votes for Savannah.
And she looks at him, mouth agape, and is like, was this you? And he's like, yeah, it was me.
He nods his head.
And smiles.
Because he still thinks it's going to Savannah.
And then the next vote is Juwan. And he's like, wait, what? But that shouldn't have been your wait, what moment.
No.
Because,
but he had an even bigger, that's the thing.
Yeah, and then the fourth vote for Juwan comes out, and he's like, oh, no.
And Savannah has a huge smile on her face and has turned, completely, 90 degrees towards Juwan, just to, grin at him.
Right, and so then the fifth vote comes out, and Juwan is sent home, which got him good. But when you look at the vote total, she used her extra vote.
She did.
So, one less piece of power, which, again, I want to get to later.
But Rizzo still has his idol.
But
Blue Soph still has knowledge as
but
power.
We have to get to that afterwards. I don't want to talk about it right now, because we have to talk about the preview. So, Juwan goes home. Rizzo's like, we had to get you out. You flip-flopped one too many times, bud. And Sage looks like she starts crying because she doesn't have anybody now.
They had a hug.
The yellow people are like, we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Well, they literally sat down and Juwan was like, who did this? And the Alliance raised their hand. So, like, they put on a performance for the jury.
Yes.
So, really, everyone who was in on that now deserves to win the game. I wouldn't be mad if Sophie, Soph, Rizzo, or Savannah won the game.
Right. Okay. So now let's get to what I want to talk about.
Do it.
We know Rizzo still has his idol, and Blue Soph has knowledge is power. There's going to be another idol in the wild. In the preview, well, okay. I think she's going to end up using the knowledge is power on Rizzo to get his idol because she is going to turn on them sooner or later.
Then she deserves to win the game.
But I think Rizzo and him and Savannah have to realize we're in those top 7. It's us two. It's the 2 yellow. Sage is on her own, and it's probably going to be the 2 Sophies together.
Yeah.
They're going to try and go for us now. So I think Rizzo will probably end up giving his idol to Savannah without telling Sophie. And when she says that to Rizzo, he's going to be like, no, I don't have it. Don't have one.
All out war.
Because you can't, if you're her, you can't stick with them anymore. Or you
can't you though?
You can.
Why can't you be the top 3 together? Because you've all played similar games.
No, she would win by saying split. They did the same thing. She hasn't really done anything but tagged along. She has no power moves.
She did come in as a team of 2.
She's been carried through the whole season. Do I think that can warrant a win?
But she chose the right side.
Oh, yes.
Because, I mean, hello, Alex went home last episode. He was in the middle, too.
But, like,
he should be dragged along.
You can't go to tribal with one of them.
No.
You'd have to go with both of them or none.
Right.
So you have to try and get them out.
Right.
So I think she will end up using it on Rizzo. Or if it's blatant that somebody gets the next idol because they all search together.
Like they find it together, yeah.
I could see that. But she hints at wanting to go after Rizzo and Savannah next episode. Now we don't know.
Well, they show her and they show Soph and Sophie like doing a pinky promise.
I do. It could certainly be a game like here we're fooling the audience and she's just getting intel. But if I am the people in the game, you have to get out Yellow Sophie next.
Yes.
I don't care about Savannah's power moves and Rizzo's power moves. She is the challenge beast.
Yeah.
Who's on the right side of every vote.
Wow.
She should be your main threat target, but no one is treating her as such. Last episode when she was vulnerable, they went with Alex when they should have gone with her.
You're so right, man.
If she was a guy that was big and muscular, I think no question she would have been voted out by now.
Right.
But she's playing the right. She's playing. If she wouldn't have moved off of Steven and her alpha would have won,
it would be a bad move for her.
Yes.
She's in a better place that they split the difference and did Juwan. Definitely.
Yes. So, yes, Rizzo has his idol. Potentially it could go to Blue Sophie for a big move, or he could just use it.
The thing is, I think he would use it on her. I think that's how tight they are.
We'll see. I think so too, but she's going to probably realize I can't win the game if I'm sitting with them.
And I think my point does stand. That people don't want to sit there with people who have played similar games to them.
Right. I think, Rizzo and Savannah are going to have to go at each other eventually.
Right? Because either of them can out-convince the other that they were the mastermind.
Right.
To the jury. But then I guess you could say that about really different games, too. You could say why your game was so much more impressive. Right.
And I mean, then there's the wild card of Sage, whose game was just blown to pieces today, or this
But
episode.
I don't think she aligns with Savannah on this Earth planet.
Well, from the preview, she wants Yellow Soph out. More like she.
Oh, yes, she would feel wronged by her. Yes, she's offended. They showed in the preview. Sage is offended that Sophie was smiling about the Juwan
right
takedown. Blindside. It really was a blindside.
It was a blindside because they were bad players in this episode and didn't realize.
But, like, what a defeating moment. Yes, to not realize you're no longer in power and to play as if... To play from a power position when you're not in power anymore, you lose.
You can't keep...
They had to play defensively and they didn't.
You can't keep flip-flopping. The better move would have just stayed with Red, voted out Steven, and then keep...
But then it also, I think that speaks to how much these people at least want to play. Even if they're making the wrong moves, at least they're trying.
But there's also recency bias.
True.
If she would have just... They would have just stayed with Red and then made the big moves in the final 6-5 and then the 4. That would have a bigger impression of, oh, we tried and failed to get somebody out in weeks 9 through... players 9 through 7.
Yeah.
So I think she's been a bad player. And Juwan, they tried for the sake of getting Savannah out every week or Rizzo. It just they didn't account for what was likely going to happen.
Right. Man, this was another really good episode. Please watch it with us if you haven't been. Tell us what else to watch. We've been watching some true crime stuff. Naming the Dead on in Canada it's on Disney Plus. I think it's Hulu.
Well, Hulu I don't think exists. Does Hulu still exist? Or
what? I can't keep up. I'm overwhelmed.
It might. They might be waiting till the new year, but Hulu's getting integrated into Disney Plus and the rest of the world, I think. Or, I mean, the Hulu only exists in the U.S. So, in the U.S., Disney Plus is just adding Hulu. I don't get why it was standalone to begin with. That was kind of stupid. But then you could charge 2 different prices. But now you
No, but if you own everything, we should be able to see everything that you own. Isn't it better for the environment if they just save it on these streaming services than have to have it on some hard drive somewhere?
Probably, but they don't care.
Well, everyone should care.
Yeah.
Can we go play Mario Kart?
Can we finish this?
Can we play Mario Kart first?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're gonna go play Mario Kart. I'm always Baby Peach. Who are you?
I rotate between all the little characters.
It actually bothers me so much that he rotates. What would you have done in, like, the Super Nintendo one where you had 8 options?
Probably been Toad. I like to be Monty Mole or... a Shy Guy, or...
the Crab.
Sidestepper, or...
Sidestepper.
Chapaquappa, or whatever his name. Chappaquiddick. The, like,
what?
duck-looking thing. Or the, like, flying helmet. I don't...
Yes!
They're so
like,
weird.
the Beatles.
Yeah.
The Beatles that could flying helmet. They're from Super Mario Brothers 3. You know, sometimes they were on the ground.
Yeah.
Some of them could fly in later iterations.
I don't like to be the mainstream characters.
You're real hip.
Yeah. King Boo. I really want to unlock...
Boo's not that niche.
The, like, alternate Shy Guy style.
I think you can do it just from playing them. Here's the thing. I've unlocked every outfit ever known to man for Baby Peach, and nothing else. Here's the thing about Neal playing the weirdest characters. We probably only have 1 outfit for Mario, but, like, 3 outfits for a Goomba. Like, who are you?
Little piece of poop.
We have stuff for Cheep.
Yeah.
Why?
I want Metal Mario, so maybe
you should be Mario.
Is Metal Mario even in the game? I need to figure that out. I like Metal Mario's. Hashtag Super Mario Sunshine. Hashtag GameCube.
Maybe I should play as normal size Peach for a few battles just to get her out.
Baby Daisy. All right, we're going to go play.
Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, if you want us to talk about Nintendo, we can do that too. But does Nintendo get mad when we talk about... Even when we just compliment them?
I don't want anything to do with Nintendo, because they're mean.
Okay.
Except for
you guys are... If there are some nice of yous out there, we'll talk to the nice ones.
Okay. Bye, guys.